Good Saturday morning to you. This is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA. It is 6:50 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is July the 29th, 2017, and I'm in my 26-foot Jayco J-Flight bunkhouse model RV. I've lived in RVs for about 30 years, so getting good at it. Anyway, I'm going to go through some comments this morning. Got a lot of them, as always, which is good. I like them. This is Dave on a tiny home. I just bought a nice 1,600 square foot brick house for $742 a month with taxes and insurance included and no money down. It's amazing. South Carolina has great prices on real estate, but please don't move here. Go to Florida. Got you a good spot. You don't want to share it, huh? This is Matt. Theft on RVs. If you're gonna change a burglar's mind, you better have a mind changer because it's almost sure they have one. That's a fact. This is on one I did a long time ago. I had some ideas about golf. This is Matt. Explain what par means. I have no idea about golf. I've heard about par and handicap, but have no idea what it is. Well, what par is, if it takes 4 strokes, 4 swings of the club or whatever to get the ball from the tee box into the hole, if you do it in 4, well, that's called par. If you go 1 over, that's a bogey. 1 under is a birdie. And anyway, I won't get into too much on golf. This is Gray Ghost on Strike. Oh, this is that stuff you could start a fire with. Hi, Rusty. I don't see how a lot of people on YouTube gets away with a lot of stuff. Watch this YouTuber, Granny Potty Mouth. She was really bad in her video. Yeah, there are some people that are just, well, you know, I guess, but you know, they appeal to a certain segment of the population, and that's the way that is. So, you know, different strokes for different folks is all I can say. This is on the portable deck thing I did yesterday. This is Central Coast Camper. I thought in Texas you guys just nailed some pallets together for your decking. Well, you could. I mean, I didn't, but I probably could have. Whatever floats your boat, babe. This is about the dehumidifier. Senior Advocate. Awesome video. Trying to get caught up on your video. Life has a way of keeping me busy. Me too, and I like it. This is Rather Be Fishing on portable decks. Thank you for the video. I've always said Buchanan with a long U sound. I also mispronounced Manor. I know it's not Manor, or Tivoli. And Refurio also. Yeah, those, we got some. Every state has them. They have some towns that are a little tricky, and town names that are a little tricky. So, you know, you just have to kind of get into a mode. Here's one here. Oh, I told a joke about his face rings a bell, and this is Matt. Ever see a cop pull up to a light and turn his lights on and haul ass through them, then shut the lights off? Happens here in Alabama. Well, it probably happens everywhere. It's just, you know, a little power corrupts a little bit. And this is Scott on Road Trek Simplicity. Cool Road Trek Simplicity. Rusty, yep. This is on Casita 2017. Terry. Shame they went with sliding windows. Well, you know, the sliding windows aren't bad, actually. They're better than the crank out, you know, the little screw crank things, because the little screw crank things, they round out. They're not very good to slide. At least you can, you know, they might be hard to slide, but at least you can get the window open. This is Gavin on rattlesnakes, Texas rattlesnakes. The last rattlesnake I saw on a mountain on the North Carolina, South Carolina, a big Eastern Diamondback, 11 buttons. It surrendered. I have seen far more copperheads. Yeah, there are a lot more copperheads in Texas too. They like to get out on the road edges at night to keep warm. Folks around here iron them out with their tires. Yeah. It says the best snake whacking machine is a standard garden hoe. Yeah, you got to remember those little boogers can stretch out though. This is on Texas rattlesnakes. Barney, rattlesnakes used to be more prevalent in the Texas Hill Country, but the fire ants ate them. I guess they did, something happened to them. There's not, I don't know. I'm not going to say there's near as many or more or less or whatever, because I don't know. Lillian on portable decks and cabanas. She says cabana porch, but back that sucker up to a trailer. No kidding. This is Teresa on car accident. Oh yeah, back a long time ago. Thanks for sharing. I love to hear stories of how things were different. Truly. Texas rattlesnake BZ 10 second. Bitten by a rattlesnake made me, I didn't say bitten, but it made me think of the movie City Slickers 2, where he got bit on the butt and his buddy had to suck the snake venom out. Ha ha. She got a link to the movie, I guess. This is Michael, Texas rattlesnakes. I'm native, live in Round Rock, and have backpacked and hiked a lot of the hill country. I've seen one snake this year. It was a coral snake just taking a short stroll across the path I was coming to, so I waited about 10 minutes and she was gone. I've hiked for years and my eyes are always scanning for what is on the ground. Yeah, it's rare that you run up on a snake, if any kind actually. This is dandruff Papa Pokey, Paul Mall Pokey. Hey, it would be great, Rusty, if you had a GoPro and windshield mount for your drive. The shaky video is bad for my motion sickness and vertigo. Maybe a rich viewer would care to do a public service and send one. What say you? Well, here's the thing about a GoPro. You know, if you get one, I don't know how to upload videos from GoPros. You know, you can't, and a GoPro is just a little box. You can't see, you know, the video that you're taking. Like with a smartphone, you know, I can see what you're going to see in the video. With a GoPro, I don't see that. I mean, they may have one. I've looked at them. I can't figure out how to use them. You know, they're not that pricey, or some of them aren't. And but you know, if they had it, they're not like smartphones at all. But I'll check on it. I may have to upgrade that dash thing. I mean, because I just handheld. Yeah, it is a little shaky. It says, this is Matt again. Rusty, your videos are better than any news show on TV. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Maybe my ratings will go up. This is Texas rattlesnakes. Patricia, come on down to Alabama. We have all the snakes plus spiders, such as black widow and brown recluse. I know all about spiders. I got bit 5 times by a brown recluse a couple of years ago. It was horrible. Pain was terrible. My doctor told me the pain was as bad as getting bit by a rattlesnake. Isn't that amazing? I had no idea when I got bit until a few hours later. I have to say I have a healthy respect for them now. Well, I've never been bit by an insect that I know of, other than a wasp that caused me any problems. But that's interesting to know. Watch out for those spiders, folks. This is on the dehumidifier. This is David. I found this one. It's by the same company, but seems to also work as an air freshener. I don't know for sure. Yeah, you can get, I guess you'd call it flavored damp rid pouches. I don't. I just get the ones without it. Yeah, it's pretty cheap here. David's got a couple of links to some products. This is Vizio sound system. I did this a long time ago. This is Matt. When I have to deal with electronics, it's always beer 30. It could take a 6-pack to get me through the stress. Yeah, I'm telling you. You know, the video he's talking about is one I did on a sound system I hooked up to my TV. And anyway, it wasn't just plug and go. You had to play with it a little bit. It says, Wandering Travels, thank you for taking the time to answer my questions, and I appreciate it a lot. We have copperheads and rattlesnakes here in south central Kentucky, and I know several who have gotten bitten. We don't have that problem in Texas, but see, Kentucky doesn't have a reputation for being snake heaven. Texas does, I guess. Journeyman, this is on Texas rattlesnakes. Where is your Roadrunner? Have you seen him lately? Yeah, well, actually, it's a pair of them that live around here, or I see them all the time. Yeah, I see them. They come around. They don't come up on the deck like they used to. It must be the children, and they haven't gotten used to me yet. But yeah, I did. I'd have them. They just come right up on the deck when I was sitting out there and go off one side, come up and get right close to me. I mean, I think they were wondering if there was any way they could eat me, because that's all they think about is food. This is on Texas rattlesnakes again. This is G. Shaw 68. I was wondering the same thing. I have friends in Texas, and sometimes it seems like they have a copperhead farm. She has posted pictures near Hempstead, I think. None lately. Possibly they've killed them all. Have a good day. Yeah, that's true. You know, if you have snakes on your property, one of the things, two things to get rid of them. One is roadrunners if they're around, and number two is cats. Okay, this is Dandruff Wandering Travels. Rusty, I mailed a package to Dave. Thank you very much. Just some odds and ends. I hope you enjoy it. You make my days brighter, and I appreciate it. Were you former military? I got drafted in 1967. I hated every day of it. This is Janice Portable Deck. Very nice. Safe travels. This is Jay Portable Decks. You could screen that in, put a ceiling fan in it, and it would probably be a very pleasant place to eat breakfast and read the morning paper. Yeah, it would be. I mean, it's really pretty neat. And the price isn't all that bad, because I had a deck built 15 by 18, and it was about $1,200. You know, I mean, I bought the materials and then paid somebody to put it together, and that thing there put together with a roof on it. See, my deck didn't have to have a roof; it was just a flat deck, but with a roof and the sides. Mine doesn't have any sides, and everything was like $3,000, which is not too bad actually. This is on rattlesnakes in Texas and rattlesnakes again. This is Arthur. Of the several varieties of rattlesnake that do inhabit Texas, they never bothered me. It's true. It's those small, unexpected little critters called scorpions that seem to just pop up when you least expect it. Having visited Texas many, many times to visit family, I always seem to run into those pesky little guys, especially when I was barefoot. Go figure. Yeah, there's a few of those around. They like the damp spots around wood and stuff, and out in Big Bend they got some scorpions out there from hail. I mean, they've got some that you'll see they're black, and their bodies are this wide. I mean, they'll be out in the highway, and you'll be driving down the highway and they don't move. Of course, you can run over them and smash the crap out of them, but they're I got out and looked at a few of them one time. They're ugly. But you know, it's funny, I saw them out on the highway every now and then, but I never saw any when I was living out on the Terlingua Ranch. I never saw any when I was walking or around my place. Thank goodness. This is Ridgeview on Texas rattlesnakes. Rusty, great channel, by the way. However, I noticed you said your nearest neighbor was a quarter-mile away. Yeah, well, why is it when you show your driveway there's a place across the road? The place across the road you're talking about, there's two RVs somebody parked there several months ago, and I think they're planning to use it as a vacation spot, but I've only seen them twice in a year, so yeah, I guess you could say they're neighbors. Mechanic 51, great info on Texas snakes. Best to just leave snakes habitats alone, and they will leave you alone. That's true. Love the random topics. Keep them coming. Yeah, it's if you don't bother animals or snakes and stuff, they're not going to bother you. Okay, this is Christina. We'll do about 4 more. Christina on Texas rattlesnakes. I sure got bitten in Texas, but snakes were not involved. Uh-oh. Would you get bitten by any? Uh-oh. Have a great weekend, Rusty. That's Christina again. This is Matt again on Portable Decks. Have you ever been to the street where JFK was shot? No. I never have, but would like to see it. No, I don't care anything about that. Not at all. I have no interest in going to places like that. But yeah, for those people that do, that's fine. That's great. Go there. Engine 1 camping trailer. Thank you for showing some different options. I am leaning toward the runaway camper myself next year. Always nice to know what is available out there in the world. Yeah, it is. Because, I mean, there are so many new products coming out. These RV manufacturers have apparently gotten the word that people are interested in the smaller units, and man, they have come out with Airstream's come out with a very small unit. Winnebago's come out with a very small unit. Jayco's come out with one, so they got some out there. Here's a PJ Biker Full. Has a link to facts on Texas rattlesnakes. Thank you, PJ, for posting those links. I appreciate it. For those of you that are interested in rattlesnakes of Texas, you can click on the link that PJ Biker Full posted on Texas rattlesnakes video. This is about Texas rattlesnakes again. Every day in Ordinary Adventures. Hi, Rusty. How you doing? This is Chandra on Texas Rattlesnake. Hi, Rusty. Always a pleasure to listen to you. You share so much. Thank you. Well, I share what I can. Ain't much. All I got. This is Gavin on Portable Decks. Put a smoker in there, and that would be a nice backyard rib shack. You bet it would. Comment call Wimmaker 12. Widowmaker, I guess is what it means. Rusty, you have great videos. Leanne 49 on dandruff. Rusty, I don't have dandruff, but do have itchy scalp, and the one thing I have found that really works is shampoo with tree tea oil in it. You know, I read about that, and I never saw any products. I'll have to check that out. Tree tea or tea tree oil. I'm not sure if it's tea tree oil or tree tea oil. I'm not sure, but be that as it may. Since using it, I've not had an itchy scalp and tried many other things. Trust me, it has been nice not scratching my head. Loving this drive this morning before having to go to work. Yes, I do believe in non-chemical cleaners and do use them. Take care and enjoy your videos from Spring, Texas. Thank you. This will be the last one right here, and then I'll do two more. This is on dandruff. Says home remedies first line of defense. That's true. This is Montoya. As for doctors not caring, not completely true. They usually care a lot to have you sitting in their waiting room. After that, they treat you like a nuisance. But make a return appointment so we can do this all over again. Yeah, I hear you. Always come back. Only thing worse is the hospital stay. Over 100,000 people die as a result of mistakes, indifference, or worse each year. Yeah, it's not good, I don't think. And for all this, they get paid very well, no matter what. That's true. That's the way the system's set up. Any other business that functioned like this would have failed a long time ago. Yeah, they're in for a rude awakening. I'm sure some of them are going to adapt, but the coming artificial intelligence and some other major changes in machine learning is enabling machines to do diagnoses that doctors do now, and the computer is much better at it. Mr. Ringer replied to that and says, by all means, you, Mr. Montoya, really need to stay away from doctors and hospitals, and definitely never travel in a third world country. Anyway, this is Princey and Dasher. Can you do more videos on prefab houses? Well, you know, I've done some on these portable buildings, and if you consider those prefab, yeah, I'll be doing more of those. But as far as what I consider the really prefab, you know, where they've got the structure like a kit and you just put it together, we don't have any of those around here. But as far as the storage buildings that I do that can be turned into tiny homes, I'll do some of those. Anyway, that's all we got, guys. I appreciate you leaving those comments, because it gives me something to do in the morning to get started, and then the rest of the day I go piddling around and try to come up with something else. But anyway, on Saturday morning, July the 29th, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy USA made, drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day will not hurt you. In fact, it will help you. It will help you get rid of gout and avoid kidney stones, and help you lose weight, actually, because you feel full, you won't snack, and also understand it'll help you with your diabetes. Also, take deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose deeply and then out through your mouth several times a day, because that relieves stress, and relieving stress reduces your blood pressure, and that's good for you. stretch, walk, keep your health, guys, because that's what it's all about. Without your health, you ain't going camping or getting a deck or any of that stuff. So thumbs up from Central Texas, USA. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Bye-bye.